Welcome to another edition of the podcast. It's not about the product. Hi, I'm Charles Bowles, and today we're going to spend a couple of minutes discussing the importance of becoming an authority in your sphere. I hope you're inspired. Being looked upon as an expert in your field opens lots of doors. When you are recognized an authority in your space, you become sought after for your opinions and your advice. This is the most effective way to build your business. Well, how do you become an authority? It's not easy, but it's also not impossible. You have to become a student of the industry, not just your product. Develop a rich understanding of your clients' competitive landscapes. Constantly ask questions of your most knowledgeable clients. Join groups that are specific to your industry. Become a committee member of an industry group. Use your network as a source of information. And remember, value equals information and analysis. When meeting with clients and prospects, bring value. Talk about the industry, not your products. They're not interested in your products. They're interested in what those products can produce. Review data and present analysis that is relevant to your target audience. Publish insights where your prospects are, such as on LinkedIn and other trade association groups. You may ask, how does this grow my success? More meaningful sales discussions take place when selling is not part of the conversation. We gain much more insight into our clients' needs when we discuss insights, data, trends, and market analysis than we ever would simply making a sales pitch with a PowerPoint deck. When you provide guidance and expertise, you are naturally positioned to use your product as a solution. How do I make the shift to become a recognized authority? This is not an overnight process, but it's also not necessarily a vast project taking years to amass credibility. It's an iterative process, building upon itself, which with each day's growth becoming a part of your new enhanced identity. Okay, there are 4 steps we're going to talk about here that are just general steps to help you get started with this. Number 1, identify your industry. I know what you're thinking. I know what my industry is. What's he talking about? Well, here's what I'm talking about. Let's say you sell farm tractors. Okay, it's not enough to understand that product. Remember, it's not about the product, rather it's about the additional value that you bring to the table. Identify your customer. For instance, to whom do I sell these tractors? The answer isn't farmers. The answer should be farmers that grow these specific crops. Farmers that have specific challenges with growing these crops. That's who my target is. That's where I will be able to help them who need specific implements, need specific attachments in order to be successful in their specific region. Identify the top performers. That's number 3. In this example, who are the top farmers in your area? These will be your resources for everything from market shifts and changes, best practices, and planting innovations. And finally, 4, identify top trade sites. What sources of information give you a deeper, richer understanding of the dynamics of the marketplace and innovative practices? These are the places where you go to glean information that you can share with your clients. So, to recap, identify your industry, identify your customer, identify the top performers, identify top trade sites. Once you've begun to take these steps, it's time to build your network. That's done both in person and virtually. And here's a tip. It's not the size of your network that matters. Rather, it's the specific people within your network for whom you can have a symbiotic relationship, sharing information to help them grow their business. Don't get caught up with the old who has the most LinkedIn contacts game. It's a waste of time, and it's not productive. People within your network should be those for which you and they derive mutual value. Begin joining and posting on groups that are directly relevant to what you do and the markets you serve. Start by carefully cultivating a network and following of authorities on that site. Once you begin to get a feel for the site after a while, start posting comments that add value based on the information that you've gained from your top performers in trade sites. Becoming an authority isn't easy, but once you've attained that position, you'll find that you will be sought out for your expertise. This is how you build your very own YTL, or your total value. More about your total value in upcoming podcasts. Hey, feel free to contact me with any thoughts, questions, or comments. Happy sales.